This podcast explores graphic and disturbing stories and includes strong language. It therefore may not be suitable for our younger audience members or others who may find it disturbing.
In 2001, Life Recovery Ministries Incorporated, a faith-based, non-denominational counseling charity, was founded by Dana Hepworth. Dana Hepworth is an ordained minister, and as a licensed addiction counselor, he saw the need to help the victims of abuse from alcohol and drugs. Dana then opened the doors for single moms and their children who had been victims of various types of abuses such as physical beatings, sexual abuse, emotional, physical abandonment, and dozens of other abuses and tortures. However, in 2006, Pastor Dana was asked to sign the white papers, a request by Carol Stanhope, a victim, but most of all a great activist, to stop the ritual abuse and torture of women and children, and to make satanic ritual abuse a war crime, and those committing tortures on children and adults to be held accountable. Given to the UN that year, they did not do anything to help stop satanic ritual abuse. That was years ago, and since that time, Pastor Dana has seen hundreds of victims that have been abused by satanic ritual abuse and many other types of abuse, many committed by family members. The series of video sessions was requested by the Life Recovery Ministries Women's Abuse Healing Group to share their experiences, their strength, their hope, and their healing with you. So please understand the purpose of these sessions, and the ones that follow will be focused on helping the victims of satanic ritual abuse. And that means you find the healing and hope that you so desperately seek. Here you will find personalized freedom from the abuses and tortures that have happened to you. We want you to know that we believe you and we can help you here at Life Recovery Ministries. Any financial situation will not keep you from receiving help.
Well, it has been quite a while since I first walked up the stairs at Life Recovery Ministries. So much has changed since that first session with Pastor Dana Hepworth. A lot of work has been done in my life. Sessions full of heartbreaking satanic ritual abuse memories and epic spiritual warfare sessions. Every session brought me closer and closer to my Freedom Day. Freedom from the memories, freedom from the oppression, and the freedom to become who I was meant to always be. I am feeling a sense of joy and contentment that I never knew was possible. My life has changed so much during this time of healing the wounds that satanic ritual abuse left, bruised and bleeding. I am now free from all that has bound me through SRA. Thank you, Jesus, and thank you for sending me Life Recovery Ministries Incorporated.
Welcome back. My name is Dana Hepworth, and I know it's been a while. We have been busy, and we've had some really, really good miracles happen, and I'm so happy right now. But this video is for the victims. If you're not a victim, you're not going to understand this information. It may not be of interest to you, but if you're a victim, you're going to know what I'm talking about. And that's why the ladies group wanted me to start telling a little bit of some of the ritual tortures they've been through in order for you to understand that we're on the right track. And we've been doing this for 26 years. So here's what I want to say. So I know, this is what I know. I know about the tunnels. I know how they're connected underground. I know there's elevators in some of the tunnels. Yes. And we know that they're right under our noses in some areas. And those tunnels have different rooms off to the sides. They can be used for different torture places. And I know about the different cages, etc., and all that. Let's talk about the pentagram on the floor. The kids call it a star. And they're either shackled in the star or they're seeing somebody else get shackled into the star, and that's a ritual, and they're either sexually raped and all that stuff while they're in there. They put a fire around it. But they change. There's different types of rituals using the pentagram that changes, of course. And knowing that, and those blood channels, where does the blood come from? Well, they're probably pumping it from you into the channels from the chair. Oh yeah, the chair. The chair's in all of the ritual places where they have the rituals all over this country. Old Sparky is there to hurt you, and they will torture you until they can do a mind wipe on you if possible. Now, that chair, okay, you have to go through different levels to get to it as well. In other words, I'm talking about the track suits, the different colors of track suits, how much you've done in training, okay, and also talking about the big star burst, and that's the big room that looks like a big pentagram, and points go out everywhere. There's usually a doctor in there or a nurse. Maybe. We do know of some of the doctors involved here and some of the nurses with him. However, that's when they really have the fight or flight response going in you. And that's when all the adrenaline's up, and that's when they really want to start drawing your blood so they can get the adrenochrome. Now, that word's been out there for a long time. You can research it on your own, but you victims already know what we're talking about, the adrenochrome. Okay, so we talked about the chair. Got a lot of let's talk about a little more about the chair. Okay, so now they've got the screen up in front of you and most of the chairs, and what they're doing, well, they're putting some horrific areas of abuse on that screen, and you may be watching some of your family members get abused right there, and if you move, they're going to electrocute you, okay, and they're going to shock you and shock you and shock you until you're behaving in the chair how they want you to behave, okay, or they're going to ask you questions and questions to see if you can remember anything, and of course you don't want to remember anything. However, we understand what they're doing, but they administer LSD in pure form. And when you do that in pure form and you start looking at things up on the screen, it's very easy to start controlling your mind. I was the hippie in the 70s. I'm 74 now. I'm back in 1974. I was out in Colorado with the rest of the hippies, and we were doing a lot of LSD. I can't imagine a bad trip of being in pain and going through that. It's just, those of you who have been there, I just can't imagine what you went through, okay? And I do, because I hear it all the time. So that can change as well. So, okay, how about the cloning? Now you have to think about the spirit world. Yes, they have the technology to clone now. And that's why you may see, like when the old days talk about Michael Jackson being over here, but yet he was over there. I don't know all that being a fact, but that's how it works. And they have now the technology. They also have the technology to heal the epidermis cuts on you that they do. That's right, you saw it. They can put some on there, you see it, and then all of a sudden the cuts are gone, but you're still hurting underneath because it hasn't healed. But on the surface, it's healed. They have that type of technology. Amazing stuff. And they've been having that technology for years. Okay, we know about the nightmares, okay? The nightmares, I've been up with so many nightmares with clients. They're just absolutely attacks, and we will show you how to stop those attacks. Okay, it's not hopeless. You're not mentally ill. First of all, mental illness is evil. It's from Satan and his cronies himself. God gave you a sound mind, and it has been infiltrated by evil. And that's when he starts cleaning it out for you as well. Remember, those rituals and the trauma change the chemical makeup of your mind, also the chemical makeup of your body. So it's taken a while for you to come out of this trauma, and your body is still suffering in many ways. So again, the healing takes some time, but not those areas that Jesus wants out quick. And those are the memories. We don't say, do you see this memory? Do you see that? No. You go to a memory, you can remember it, and then Jesus starts working with you on it, okay? And we don't have people in here, one over here speaking in tongues, another one over here, praying, and it's calm. It's not like that. You don't have to have a bunch of yelling going on and all that legalism stuff. Jesus Christ and his warring angels is all you need. And remember, my story's out there. He did it for me. I've been clinically dead twice, and he had the compassion to let me come back and have the compassion to heal me and let me work for him. And I love it to death. He's not like what we've been told. Not like it at all. But you can learn that as he helps healing you. So we're in our 25th year of ministry, actually 26 of counseling for me. And I've heard more and more of things that most people would not believe with you. I'm going to talk about one that the lady said I should talk about, and that's the creature. That creature is real that comes down and hurts you in those rituals. That creature is up in the rafters sometimes he shows up right in front of you, okay? And yes, it is the same demon each time. Now, he comes to sexually assault you, which he's probably already done, by rape or by deprived sexual acts. He has tools that he uses to hurt you besides his so-called private parts that are meant to hurt you as well. And the different tools they do, the ones that have the knobs, the little slices on the inside that they stick in your vagina and in your anus, men and women, and just shred it. Can you imagine just shredding it? Now, you know what I'm talking about. So look, we can help you. You have to take a courageous step, okay? I know some of you have been waiting to kind of us prove ourselves, so to speak. Well, this is about it right here. All we can do is offer you our help. It doesn't cost you anything. I've never had that here. We don't get a lot of donors and so forth, but I'm letting you know that God supplies our need. He has for 26 years. But the ones that have helped us will help us, and they know what we're doing here. So, please, you can do it. Call the number on the screen or email me. That's a separate number here. I know it's just for victims, and so is that email address. So let me know, and I'll get back to you, usually within 24 hours, okay? So, oh yes, as I was praying last night, I know some of you hear from the Father and the Son in your own way, and the God of your understanding, but my God, I do understand it now. But he's got a message for you Satanists right here. And I'm going to tell you what he said, and that's coming from him. He says, we know what you're doing. We know what you have done. And this is not the last time you will see us. And that's including me. I'm not afraid of you. I'm telling you, when you've got Jesus Christ and his warring angels, and he's been protecting you, and if you know my story, there's times he's protected me that he showed me now that was unbelievable. It's all about trust and faith. And we've had that. I was a preacher's kid, and it was pounded into me, and legalism was pounded into me. This is not about that. The spiritual world is true, and it's not how most likely you've been taught in church. Most ministers don't know the spiritual world. Just because they may speak in tongues and have that gift, that doesn't mean they understand the spiritual world. That's just a small part of it. So it doesn't mean that it's wrong. I have that ability, the gift given to me. It's my prayer language when not in the office, but when I'm home and I'm praying. So look, it's real. Everything that's happened to you is real. And we're here to help you. Okay, good night.